May I come in, sir?
Come please.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
So, Mr. Kanishak, you write Kanishk or Kanishak?
Kanishk, sir.
Kanishk. All right. After the great king. So, briefly introduce yourself to us.
Sir, I am Kanishak Aggarwal. I am from Faridabad, Haryana. I did my schooling from Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Thereafter, I did my mechanical engineering from IIT Delhi. I am passed out in 2021. My hobbies include exploring solar thermal systems as well as container gardening, sir.
All right. That's quite a short trick. Sir, please.
Kanishk. So were your parents impressed by the great Kushan king Kanishk?
Sir, due to at the time when he became the king of Kushan Empire,
My point was, were your parents impressed by the great king Kanishk?
sir, they might have been. That's why they've kept my name so, sir.
Okay. Now tell me something about the reign of King Kanishk, the era, years, and his territory and his contributions.
Sir, as per the most accepted theory, Kanishk the Great from Kushan Empire accession happened in 127 AD, and his territories reigned from today's Mathura to Jammu Kashmir to parts of Pakistan, Afghanistan, as well as some parts of Central Asia. And his contributions are immense, sir. The gold coins which are found during his time were of greater purity when compared to the gold coins when compared to the coins which were in the empires preceding his empire as well as the empire succeeding his empire. Moreover, sir, the cultural aspects also flourished. He was patronage of Buddhism, Fourth Buddhist Council, as well as the Gandhara, as well as Mathura School of Art.
What did the Buddhist council achieve?
Sir, there are two schools of thought, Mahayana as well as Hinayan Buddhism. The Mahayana Buddhism school of thought got more formalized in the Fourth Buddhist Council, sir.
Okay. So now you mentioned Gandhara School of Art. Where do we find the exhibits of the Gandhara School of Art in India?
Sorry, sir,
They've been kept by the ASI, I'm hinting.
Sir, yes.
Yeah.
Sir, I will read about it, sir. Sorry.
How far is Mathura from your place?
Sir, it's around 2.5 hours drive from my Faridabad, sir.
Please go.
Around 150 kilometers.
Okay. Okay. Your interview is 16th April. Please visit. Okay. Now tell me the reason why Faridabad did not develop as Gurgaon, both are Haryana based cities.
Sir, Faridabad was an industrial powerhouse before the bifurcation of the district when Faridabad established. However, sir, because Faridabad had a greater arable land proximity to the Yamuna, the slope favored Faridabad. There were high land prices in Faridabad, which deterred the private investment. Secondly, sir, the proximity to the Indira Gandhi Airport from Gurugram is closer, and moreover, NH8 is better suited in means of infrastructure in Gurugram. These contributed to the development, sir. However, Faridabad is gaining momentum, sir.
Now another airport is coming up near Faridabad. Which one is it?
Sir, it's Jewar Airport, sir.
Jewar. Okay. So tell me, Kanishk, you mentioned that you did some thermal power project for soldiers in Siachen, right? Okay. What is the issue about Aksai Chin?
Sir, there is a claim by our neighbors that Aksai Chin belongs to them and not to us. And it has been remained as in contention as between two neighbors upon the borders. However, sir, it is very clear that it belongs to India and only India, sir.
So then why doesn't India take it back?
Sir, taking it back would mean that we had given to them. However, sir, there are contentions, negotiations are going on. We are yet to agree on the negotiating terms upon the demarcation of the borders, sir.
Would it help if we claim Yunnan as our province? We can also lay claim that Yunnan was ours because of certain XYZ reasons.
Sir, India believes in peaceful resolution of disputes upon the table by means of diplomacy, and such things cannot be happening in the present context, sir.
But tell me, isn't it true that in the world, the nations which are weaker by military might and peaceful, as you say, are being overrun by the mightier ones?
Sir, in the present context, an supporting example is that of Ukraine as well as Russia. And if you see that from the past 3 years, the war has been ongoing, but Ukraine has maintained its position, sir. It has not been encompassed. So there are support which comes from other countries and the goodwill which the country has developed. And so I do not think on the face of it that weaker countries will be, weaker countries meaning weaker in sense of military might, will be overpowered.
Who's the US intelligence chief who's visiting India? Who's the person?
Sir, I can make an attempt to the last name, sir. I remember the last name, sir.
Okay.
Gabbard, sir.
And the first is Tulsi.
Which is most important?
Yes, that is much more important than the words.
Yes.
So now, since you didn't remember, so I can't ask you the next question, but would you like to find out why it's Tulsi, right? So now India is so rich in getting its ample amount of sunshine. And I feel that solar energy can take care of a lot of our needs and our personal bills also. Why is that we are not able to harness solar energy in our households?
Sir, although country has achieved 100 gigawatts of installation of solar panels, however, the rooftop solar panel installation is currently low, around 17 gigawatts. Sir, the reasons being that there is a huge gestation period to realize the input cost, which is becoming difficult for the residential sector, sir.
Tell me, is there any way to lower that input cost since you've done some work in this area?
Sir, in the short run, incentives are to be given. In the long run, there has to be a development of domestic capacity for the development of solar cells. We have gone for solar modules. Our solar cells is a point where we can work upon, sir. And this will lower the cost.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Kanishk. Now, you must be reading newspapers regularly, I suppose. Now, did you read that US fighters, jets, have bombed Houthi positions in Yemen? Have you read about it?
Sir, I have read the headlines.
Read the headline only. You didn't go deep. Why they all of a sudden, after a lull, and Trump has said that he doesn't want to get his country involved in the Middle East anymore. He wants to disengage the US force. Why all of a sudden bombed?
Sir,
What is the reason?
Sir, I can make an attempt with your due permission, sir, to it. Sir, due to the Red Sea, the trade which is there, it presents a bottleneck to the trade. And
That has been there. What is the recent developments? Why they bombed?
Sir, the apprehensions of piracy, sorry, sir. The piracy which happens due to the rebels is a cause of concern.
It has been there before also. Why all of a sudden now?
Sir, I will read about the immediate reasons, sir.
No, every mock interview is not. It's just like every interview. You must read everything, please. You must read. Now, Houthis the Houthi rebels have announced that they will keep on firing. They will restart their firing on Israeli or US-owned ships unless and until the aid convoys are not allowed to enter Gaza. They have announced, and within 2 days it has started. Now, Another related question, when you have read the headline only, this is it to destroy the Houthis there, or it is to send a message to Iran?
Sir, it may be both of them. Partly is the sending a message to the Iran, maybe due to a longer message, sir.
Why they will send a message to Iran? Is there any reason?
Sir, Houthis are backed by Iran's. They are
Now detach Houthi from this bombing. Now once bombing is there a message to Iran? If yes, why yes?
sir. With my limited knowledge, sir, the negotiations over GCPOA were stalled, and to have a favor concessions towards the USA.
JCPOA is dead. There's no more JCPOA. What Trump has done recently?
Sir, I will read about it, sir. I apologize, sir, for it.
Everything I ask, read about it. What is the prospect of a Iran-US war? Because Israelis, especially Netanyahu, is instigating and has been instigating and urging US to help them, because they cannot do it alone, to start a war with Iran. What is the possibility, you think?
So there is a huge difference in military might of the Iran when compared to US, and sir, on this.
But Iran is not alone. Iran is not alone. You know, last week there was a naval drill in Strait of Hormuz. Who were there? Chinese Navy was there, Russian Navy was there, and Iranian Navy was there.
Sir,
So Iran is not alone.
Sir, there are a group, US as well as the European countries, which are on the side of USA, while Iran is, as we see, backed by Russia and Chinese interest. However, sir,
NATO is finished. NATO has no power now. Europe is finished. Who is Europe? EU. Who is EU? You tell me.
So there can be a case, but in the unfolding years, sir, there can be some escalations. However, a full-scale war is.
My time is over. Take a stance. Read these things. Take a stance. No, sir, there will not be. Or yes, sir. If yes, why yes? How do you think there could be counter questions? And if no, why no? Because the world has become polarized. Iran is isolated and alone. There will be maximum sanction, maximum pressure, but Iran is not alone. And immediately after this exercise, military naval exercise, yesterday there was a meeting in Tehran where Iranian, it was attended by Iranian Deputy Prime Minister, Iranian President, and the Deputy Foreign Minister of Russia and China regarding Iran's nuclear program. Okay, so it's not just Iran will make the nuclear program, can make a nuclear program within 7 days. Now, 7 days. So how can there be war? So take a stance. You are going to be an officer, take a stance. Not according to my limited knowledge. Your knowledge should not be limited, man.
Just on the side, what is happening in Armenia and what is India's, so to say, preference? Who are we befriending or having any ties with?
I apologize, sir. I haven't
No
read
problems.
about it.
It's okay. Please do. Please do. Your gaps there, I have written it. You'll address it, okay? You are a maths person.
Sir.
Now, Fibonacci has always fascinated me as something very unique. So tell me, how does the Fibonacci sequence appear in nature?
Sir, as we take the ratio of two consecutive terms in Fibonacci sequence, when the terms go beyond a certain number at the nearing to infinity, we get a golden ratio. This golden ratio is, sir, aesthetically pleasing to us. Moreover, it in the sense of in the Giza pyramid, the slant height as well as the base, the ratio depends this golden ratio.
So those fellows knew about it. All right. where has God ensured? That was done by some civil engineer.
Sir. Sir, in the
Let's talk about nature. Focus on the question.
Sir, in the packing of seeds of sunflower, as we traverse the multiple spirals, these are in the
Yes.
ratio of Fibonacci, in the
And-
golden ratio.
And
Sir, the branching of trees,
and
the subsequent,
very good. Go on.
sir, the leaf nodes which come on a twig are also in this Fibonacci sequence. Sir.
Very good. And so on.
Sir.
And snails, things, the way it's everywhere in nature.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the painting Leonardo da Vinci's The Vitruvian Man?
Sir, the Mona Lisa.
ऐसे ऐसे करके अरे मोना लिसा नहीं भाई मोना लिसा was just the smile.
Sir.
This is the Vitruvian Man. There also something is there. Circle and Mona Lisa's painting was not sent in a space capsule. This Vitruvian Man was sent.
Sir.
What is important about it?
Sir, I haven't heard about.
It's very interesting.
Sir,
You
I
must have seen Leonardo da Vinci. Square में a nude man is standing. It's a sketch.
Sir.
And there is a circle and there's Vitruvian Man. All right. Let's skip to Kaprekar number. Kaprekar constant. What is
Sorry.
interesting about it?
Sorry, sir, I haven't heard about this, sir. I will read about it, sir.
Okay. Kaprekar. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about our great mathematician Ramanujam's taxi cab number? Have you heard about it?
Yes, sir. Sir, there's a story that Hardy came to
Correct.
visit him.
Was that a unique number? Or there are other numbers also?
So that's the smallest number, and hence it's unique.
It's the smallest number.
Hmm.
All right. But there are other numbers and you know how to evolve them.
Sir, there are other numbers. I've read about it, but how to evolve, sir?
Okay. All right. You just do it by trial and error. Maybe. All right. Tell me, you're a mechanical engineer person. Now, you're wearing a watch. Show me. You're wearing a watch.
So as of now, I'm not wearing
Okay.
this, sir.
The watches now have a battery. Digital watches.
Yes, sir.
Digital watches.
Hmm.
Before that, वो आई वॉच वगैरह वो सब होता है ना, स्क्रीन इज डिस्प्लेड. उससे पहले watches which were analog like this,
Yes, sir.
but they had a battery.
Yes, sir.
And there is an automatic watch. And much earlier there used to be those watches in which you had to do that.
Yes, sir.
So tell me how the flow of energy, where does the energy come from and how does it translate to the watch, the hands of the watch?
In case a battery is not driven by the cell, it is by the mechanical energy which comes in the form of either vibration or either as we unwind the spring. The springs then turns the
Vibration.
gears.
What vibration?
So the vibration of the hands.
It's not vibrating. Movement of the
Movements
hands.
of the hands.
Yeah. So where? How does the energy of movement of the hands, which I wanted you to use the word kinetic energy of the hands, how does it translate to which form of energy is it is stored? Where?
Sir, it's stored in the form of potential energy in
Of,
the spring, sir.
but just the movement of the hand gets translated to whose kinetic energy?
Sir, there are gears present. The gears.
Gear is only to regulate that it does not go very fast.
Yes, sir.
Gear is to control the speed. Read about it. There's a
I will
small
see.
flywheel. So when you move your hand, the flywheel keeps on going like this
Yes, sir.
and keeps on. Okay, all right.
Yes,
End of your interview.
Thank you, sir.
A couple of things I may advise. As Sir said, you see, when you read a newspaper, do not just read the headlines. Pick up the newspaper, just see which are the 10, 15 most important items. And on a page, just start today's date, first news. Nagpur tenses protest. Nagpur tense is not important. I'm sorry to put it that way. 15 people died or 25 injured is not news. How it could have been prevented, that is news.
Yes, sir.
It's about Aurangzeb, that is important.
Okay, sir.
Why is it happening? That is important. इसके ऊपर they may give इतना बड़ा who said what, not important. Get it? That's how you study for the UPSC.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, US tariffs, weighing challenge potential as we work on trade deal, not important. What was the earlier stand and what is the present stand and what are the implications for India in future? That is important. Okay, so make these analytical notes to yourself. You have lots of time,
Yes.
so please work on it right now. Pick up the magazines of the last 5-10 months. Everything
Yes,
which you need to know for the interview is there.
Yes, sir.
And quickly make notes. Right? Analysis is important. And every day's newspaper. Pick up the world map. Every region, zoom it
Yes, sir.
and see what's happening. Google it. If you Google it, the latest news will come.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Armenia, we have given them some weapons. Indonesia, we have given some weapons. All that is important. Okay? You don't
Yes.
know what might be asked. So current affairs, you have to be very comprehensive on global matters. Lastly, your own DAF can be the result of any number of queries. We have not asked much. जैसे मैथ्स उठा के मैंने 2-3 चीज़ें पूछी हैं, सिर्फ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग पूछी है. Anything which is about you can be a subject. चश्मे का नंबर,
Yes, sir.
hypermetropia नेगेटिव है, कॉनकेव है, क्या है, all that.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Similarly, you have to prepare for that.
Hmm.
Pick up your DAF, underline every word and see what all can be asked. Ask yourself. And then prepare a 200 question bank with small bullet points.
Yes, sir.
Two other things in your grooming, always button up when you tie a
Yes.
knot. And secondly, this is a far better posture than putting it on your knees. Put it in your lap as you're doing now and use it to gesticulate. And finally, what I did not see was your even eye contact. Sir may be asking a question, but you are answering to the entire board. So 2/3 of the time, look at the person asking the question. Roughly 1/3, you have to involve the others also. In a very natural drawing room discussion kind of mode. This is not Q&A.
Yes.
We are not HR of some private company.
Yes.
Okay? You have to discuss with 3, 4, 5 people. Lastly, when you enter, if there is a lady present, invariably greet the lady first, then look at the chairman and good morning, sirs, as you did. Just to add, if there is a lady present, invariably greet her first. Okay?
Yes.
You're an excellent candidate. Do a little bit hard work in a focused manner. You can do far, far better. All the best.
On the knowledge part, sir.
Yes. Otherwise, demeanor and confidence and structuring of sentences and the way your thoughts are flowing, you could crisp it down a little. For example, when he said Kanishka, you did not have to start with the whole story on Kanishka. Focus on the question. What has he asked? He did not ask you for everything on Kanishka. So what the question is addressing, just confine yourself to about 10-15 seconds on the question. The most important things about the question. That's it. Okay?
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
I have noticed that on many occasions you keep your eyes down while thinking, even giving answers. Okay, don't do it. Engage, converse. Okay, and note that important visitors, in India nowadays, or not nowadays, during the last 2-3 years, every second day somebody is coming. And what is peculiar? Get into details. What is it? Today there is a rational dialogue. What is a rational dialogue? Tulsi Gabbard, you remembered Gabbard, but Tulsi, why Tulsi? She is a Hindu. Yes. She hasn't converted to it. Now you are saying yes, sir. And don't think that mock interviews are mock. There is no semi-final, as I say. You have come here to give interview. Fully prepared. Next mock, when is your interview?
Sir, 16th April.
16, you have got time, almost 1 month. Whenever you appear before a mock interview, take it as your final interview. I have to read on that, I have to read on this, that. Please, no. Otherwise, as chairman has said, that you are a beautiful candidate. Beautiful candidate. But these things, don't do it.
Good luck.
Good luck.